But that is
nobody
what the
listens to
manosphere
it.
is, though, right?
No, it's not that.
The manosphere is
we're gonna get the lady
whining about women.
Hold on, wait. No,
Places
it's
like
not.
this, I agree. But
There's
the
a
rest of
bunch
the dudes ain't doing it.
Daily Wrap Up Crew is part of the manosphere. Kevin Samuels was a part of the manosphere. Mediocre Tutorial Reviews was part of the manosphere. They all are a part of it. Even
That's
at
just
whatever
three.
show. Even at
I get
whatever
what
show
you're
with the
saying.
white
I'll
people.
say it if nobody wants to say it. It's entertainment. That's why. It creates, it generates revenue.
Nobody's
So
trying to move
embarrassing
anywhere.
our black men is entertainment. That's controlling.
Yes, that's yes, she's right. She's been right on this the whole time. If you listen to what she's saying, sometimes y'all don't listen to the person you should be listening to. This is what she said. Do y'all want the Klansman to come into the Panthers meeting just because he gonna be different, even though you know he gonna say the same damn thing? And guess what he's really in there doing? Not only to cause disruption, but to get intel. And every time you bring these women over here, let me tell you what they do. Because there was a woman there for Kevin Samuels, was the first thing they said when he died and she was in the house. He don't believe nothing he said. They just took all the years of everything he said and said that ruined it. Why do you think that no matter what the hell was going on with Samson, who they sent after him? They will send a woman after your man. They will literally do it after every man. It's the easiest thing to do. So when you say we need to bring them in, she's right. You're not bringing somebody in that's coming in to say, oh, I get what you guys are saying. And now, because you know what would be a better way of doing it? If you had a bunch of women that heard what you said and said, yeah, that makes sense. They could then move the needle. But if they come just to sit up there and either take from you because they become the female version of you, or they come up there to make you look silly. Because the one thing I will say about most of these dudes, that's why I was never part of the manosphere. I tell people I might be Jesus, but it wasn't a Christian.
Thank you for saying that.
I was part of the manosphere for this big reason. Because half the dudes who was talking couldn't get women and didn't have money.
That's all I'm saying.
Think about it. And the internet gave this nigga some clout, some cash. And what did he do? Fuck the same hoes he was talking about. So it all ended up being about hoes, the same thing. You don't see them have when's the last time you seen a panel of niggas where they brought a whole bunch of wives on the panel?
That's all I'm saying.
They don't do that. What do they bring? Straight up hoes. And what do the hoes do on the show? Selling their OnlyFans, selling their Instagram. And you literally delivering steak to lions. Because half the dudes who watch these dudes are thirsty and hungry. So they don't care. So nothing changes because it's a circle. The women are smart, just like whites are smart. They'll let you get rap music. Then they will only compensate people who talk about bitches, hoes, and gangster shit. They will control the narrative even when they're not there. When you look at the NBA, it's 80% black. How many blacks own a team?
One.
That's the point. Just because you see your numbers don't mean that there's not somebody behind making the decisions. And YouTube is a perfect example. When you got somebody that's kicking that real shit, you got somebody like me, they kick them off. But you got a whole bunch of dudes up here fruity, and every 5 seconds they arguing with women, whole panel of them sitting up there, girl, honey, child, that channel never go down. Why not? You got to ask yourself, you might think that you have the ability to push something. People will come into where you are and buy your land like China did out in LA. They don't have to own shit. That's why Jews don't. Have y'all noticed? Jews don't worry about having a president. Jews never worry about having a president. Why not? Because they don't have to be president. They just have to have the president beholden to them.
What you trying to say about a certain person?
I wanted to say something.
I caught that.
Let me get. You know what, Fantasy Island, real quick. Response, then we're gonna get Lady Di in there.
So I just wanted to respond to what Tommy was just saying. If it's a panel full of women that are doing that, I think it detracts from. But when it's a panel that's spread out, it's a panel that has people that are married, people that are not, people that are 3 or 4, people that are not, people that are simps, people that are not, people that are alpha male, people that are not. It shows very different aspects of it and how we would react in real time to these scenarios as they pop up. So as somebody gets out of pocket, they're acting a little irate, they're not controlling themselves. the men check them in the space that is theirs, and people get to see that. If they rage quit, they allow them to leave and they continue the conversation with the people that want to be productive in the conversation. And we've seen the rage quitting already tonight. So
Yep.
it's not that the people are welcome here and they get to come trash the show and act a fool. They are welcome here to give their perspective. When they stop adding to the channel, they are welcome to leave. So I think spaces like this are actually perfect. I've been on a lot of spaces lately, and it is very chaotic. It's very difficult for us to get to a place where we can finally agree to disagree or agree that we actually got somewhere. I am waiting for that. I'm happy for that. That's what I'm hoping to do with mine.
Yeah.
So I understand the need for us to be able to have these conversations, men and women, since it's supposed to be a gender war, and get to a resolve sometimes so we can show people how to communicate as adults that do not always agree but can respect each other.
You got shows like We Need to Talk, Daily Wrap Up Crew. Look, here's the thing. Obviously, there's always gonna be the fuck ups in the group. We all have fuck ups in our group, but spaces like this do exist, and they're growing. They're growing. So to sit here and pretend like this doesn't exist outside of just the Lapeef Network is crazy. We're watching it in real time. I'm a product of it. Part of the reason why I started my own channel because I got tired of talking to myself. But I also studied the Lapeef Network and realized, like, okay, I need to have women on here. I need to have other people's opinions besides me just talking shit to a camera. So y'all, like, they literally started complaining about it when they say, oh, look at all these podcasts popping up. Yeah, but the podcasts are creating the conversations that we needed to have a long fucking time ago. We're finally starting to have them. So, I mean, look, say what you want, but this is us controlling the narrative right here, right now. So either, you know what I mean? And if we don't work out from here, then, hey, I said this a few weeks ago, we are fucked.
All right, solid. Lady Di, let's get you in there. Been sitting peacefully in the corner. Grace us with some feminine.
Really has.
Okay, thank you. So my idea of this question was, how I looked at it was, I think men are controlling their narratives, but then I do believe there are a lot of women influencing it. So I don't want to bring in the media because that's a whole nother situation. That's different. But as far as I understand and what I've seen growing up and even now, a man would say, hey, this is what I think. And a woman would be like, nah, I don't like that. Then, right, they're going to continue to push something negative that the guy wasn't even talking about.